Alright guys, tonight we're working on multiplying and dividing mixed numbers. We're going to look at your practice sheet that went home today for multiplying mixed numbers first. Number one, we did in class 1 and 2, but I'm going to do the first 3 problems on here for you just to review the steps. We have 3 3/4 times 2 4/5. Now, the first thing we have to do when we're multiplying or dividing mixed numbers is to turn it into an improper fraction. The way we do that is to get mad or go see Ma, whichever way you want to do it. Remember, it's M-A, multiply, and then add. We start from the bottom and work our way up. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. So that becomes the numerator, and the denominator stays the same. For the next one, we do the same thing. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 plus 4 is 14, and keep the denominator the same. Now, we're going to try that cross cancel that we did yesterday. 5 and 15 can both be divided by 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 4 and 14 can be divided by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 14 divided by 2 is 7. Nothing left to cross cancel, so now we just multiply across. 3 times 7 is 21. 2 times 1 is 2. 21 divided by 2 would be what we do with the improper fraction. 2 will go into 2 one time. 2 would go into 1 0 times. That leaves me with a remainder of 1. Remember, the remainder goes as our new numerator, and we keep the denominator the same. So my final answer for number 1 on multiplying mixed numbers is 10 1/2. Number 2, we have 2 1/2 times 3 7/10. Again, the first thing we need to do is get mad, which would be multiply, add, and keep the denominator. So we would do 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. Keep the 2 for the denominator. For the second fraction, get mad. Multiply. 10 times 3 is 30. Plus 7 is 37. Keep the denominator. Check for any cross canceling. I can cross cancel the 5 and the 10. Both can be divided by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 10 divided by 5 is 2. We don't do anything with the 1. 37 does not have any factors in common with 2, so we're done. So multiply across. 1 times 37 is 37. 2 times 2 is 4. Improper fraction, I would read this as 37 divided by 4. So work that out. 37 divided by 4. 4 goes into 37 9 times, which is 36. Gives me a remainder of 1, so I would write it as 9 1/4, because the remainder goes on top, and then your denominator stays the same. Number 3, try to make sure you have it completed before you finish watching this part of the video. Number 3 was 4 1/10 times 4 1/3. First step, get mad. 10 times 4 is 40. 40 plus 1, 41. Keep the denominator. Times 3 times 4 is 12. 12 plus 1 is 13. Keep the denominator. Check for anything that can cross cancel. In this case, there isn't anything, so we're going to end up with a large number, but it's okay. All right, you know how to do all these steps. So we're going to do 41 times 13. And that's not one that's a mental math, so you'll just work it out. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. Finish with the 3. Drop your 0. Multiply by the 1. That's really a 10. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. Add these up, and you get 533. So that's our numerator. And then 10 times 3 is 30. So I end up with an improper fraction. So 533 divided by 30. 30 will go into 53 one time. That leaves me with 23 left over. I need to drop down this 3. 30 will go into 233 7 times. That'll give me 210. When I subtract, I get 23. Because there's nothing left to bring down, that's going to be a remainder. So my final answer would be 17, because that's my whole number. The numerator is going to be the remainder, and your denominator stays the same. So 17 and 23 over 30. So just so you know, a couple of these problems on the multiplication page, you do get some large numbers, but that is okay. You know how to do all the steps, just take it one at a time. The next thing I'm going to review is the dividing mixed numbers. Again, we did 1 and 2 together in class, but I'll go ahead and extend it to number 3 for the video. Number 1, you have 4 and 4/5 divided by 2 and 1/4. The steps are pretty much exactly the same, except there's one step in between. First thing you're going to do, get mad, make those mixed numbers into improper fractions. So we're going to multiply, add, and then keep the denominator. So 5 times 4 is 20. 20 plus 4, 24. Keep the 5. Copy your division sign. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. Keep the denominator. And from here, you want to look for, we got to do, since it's a division sign, we have one extra step. We need to do that keep, switch, and flip that we worked on yesterday. So we're going to keep the first fraction, switch the sign to multiplication, and then flip 9/4 to 4/9. That's called the reciprocal. We want to check to see if there's anything that can cross-cancel. Remember, cross-canceling can only be done with one numerator and one denominator. So a lot of students really think 24 and 4, but we can't do that because they're both a numerator. So we're going to just have to see if anything will work. I can do 24 and 9 because they both can be divided by 3. 24 divided by 3 is 8. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Nothing else will cancel, so I can just multiply across. 8 times 4 is 32. 5 times 3, 15. So I'm going to do 32 divided by 15. 15 will go into 32 2 times. That'll give me 2 as my whole number. Then my remainder will be 2 as my numerator. And the 15 stays the same. So 2 and 2/15 would be my final answer. Number 2 on division, we have 2 and 2/3 divided by 4 and 3/4. Step 1, get mad. Multiply, add, keep the denominator. So 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. Keep the 3. Copy your division sign. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 plus 3 is 19. Keep the 4. Next, we have to do the keep, switch, flip because we have a division problem. So keep the first fraction, change the sign, or switch the sign, and then flip 19/4 into 4/19. This time there is nothing that will cross cancel. So 8 times 4 is 32, and then I would have to do 19 times 3 is 57. Because nothing would cross cancel within the problem, that means I am in simplest form. Now number 3, if you haven't done that yet, I want you to do that before you finish watching the video. Number 3, we have 2 and 3/5 divided by 3 and 1/10. Step 1, get mad. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 3 is 13. Keep the 5 as the denominator. Copy your division sign. Then 10 times 3 is 30, plus 1 is 31. Keep the 10. Now I want to do the keep, switch, flip since I have a division problem. So keep, switch, flip. So I want to look to see if there's anything that can cross cancel. I can cross cancel the 5 and the 10. Both of these can be divided by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 10 divided by 5 is 2. I'm done with my cross canceling, so 13 times 2 is 26, and 1 times 31 is 31, and that is the simplest form. So go ahead and finish your 2 pages. We'll check them tomorrow. Don't forget your study guide was sent home today. I would try to do at least 3 sections of it tonight and then 3 sections of it tomorrow, so that you don't have to try to do it all in one night, because it would be a lot. So good luck, and let me know if you have any problems, and we'll talk about it tomorrow.